Good evening, everybody. Christian Karasiewicz here. Tonight's topic is going to talk about the Facebook list, and we're going to cover three sections of that of the Facebook list feature. The first section is going to be how can I create a Facebook list and how do I add people to that list. The second part is going to cover how do I once I've added people to that list, how do I maximize it? For instance, like being able to see just certain things in that list. And the third feature is going to be how do I block people and use this list to minimize what kinds of content certain people see. So let's get started with the first topic, which I said was how do I create a Facebook list? It's really simple. You log into Facebook, and secondly, you're going to go over to the account section. We're going to click on Edit Friends, and we're going to pull up this long list of people, right? So if I've not created any list, for instance, I'm obviously going to have this button here that says Create a List. So I'm going to click this, and I'm going to go in, and we're going to call this Test List. Okay? And we're going to scroll down, and it's pretty simple. We're going to add some people to it. So let's do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to add these 3 people. So I do that, and I click Create List, and I should now have a new list called Test List, which this obviously you can see here. It shows you what I've done. On the left-hand side, I can see the actual list that I created. In this case, I have some other ones set up. And I can easily go in and, for instance, I can remove people from this list. So if I unclick this, this guy, Albert here, is going to be removed from that list. As you can see, he's been grayed out. Okay. You can also go in and click the X. The X will take him out completely as well. If you want to move people between lists, in this case, if I've got multiple ones set up, I can just, check another option, and that person gets moved or put into that. Actually, sorry, let me rephrase that. They get put into that actual list as well. So let's just go ahead and let's move this guy. Let's move him to, this list. Okay, so he's now, I could either A, uncheck this test list one and he will only be in this list, or I can have both of them checked. Again, you may want to have people in multiple lists. For instance, it could be people that you have in a family list, but it may be somebody you want to block from a certain thing. You could also do it if you're in a business. You may not want certain people in the business to see your friends list, so you may want to have them organized, saying, "Hey, I'm putting them in my business list, but I also want to put them into a blocked friends list, for instance, to where these are people I don't want to see certain features on Facebook." So that's the first feature, and obviously, if you want to go in, you can edit the name, simple stuff. If you want to add somebody, let's add that guy Albert that we added back in. So I'm going to start typing his name, and look what's going to pop up. There he is. We're going to hit enter, and look at that. Now I have 3 people in this list. Okay. Again, like I mentioned, you can remove this by simply clicking the X. The X removes them from this overall list, from the test list. The edit list lets you assign people to certain lists. So if you've gone ahead and created things ahead of time, you can go and put them in these lists. So I'm going to add him back in. Okay, great. So now I have 3 people in this list. Awesome. Okay. Well, the second feature that I said, that was really important was how do I maximize my friends list on Facebook? And it's very simple. So we've created this list called Test List. So let's click on the Facebook icon. We're going to go back to the news feed here. And the thing that I want to show everybody is this. How many times have you logged into your Facebook profile and you've seen, if some people, which they post, multiple updates, you might see 10 updates from the same person, right? Well, obviously, if I log in and I'm always seeing those same people, one of the features I want to click is this most recent feature here, or top news. Top news is typically, the things that you see that people, like a lot. We could hit most recent, and this will show us what's been done recently. We can click this again, and we can actually filter it by show me just pages, show me links, show me photos, show me people that just do status updates, right? But look what we have down here. We have a couple of lists down here. We have this these 2 lists that I have here, but I don't see my my test list that I created. So we're going to click choose another, and what that's going to do is, as you see here, it expanded it to let me see all of the lists I've created. So the great thing is that now I can click test list, and I'm only going to see the updates from those couple of people that were done in that post. This is a great feature. If you, again, like I said, if you run a business, if you have people that you're already friends with, that you may want to put them in your friends category. You may want to set another category up, for instance, for family, so you can constantly see, well, what's my family saying? And then you may want to set up a third one, for instance, if you're in a business for like business prospects or networking opportunities. So that is the second feature on Facebook. And I think this is a pretty cool little feature because now I can go in here and I can, this is a time saver. I mean, look at this. I put 3 people in that list. I clicked on, I clicked on limited profile, or sorry, not limited profile. I clicked on the list that was called test list. And now I can see every single person that is in that list. And again, I can do the same thing. I can flip between different lists here. So, the great thing is this took me 2 seconds. I set it up at the beginning, and then once I did that, I was able to go into Facebook, and now I'm able to maximize my time because I don't have to waste my time sifting through people's, sifting through all these status updates, right? Sifting through all of these updates like you see here, right? Like I might want to find out, well, what are my business prospects talking about? What are my business associates talking about? What's my family talking about? All you do, again, like I said, click most recent, go down and choose an actual list that you want to see, and you'll be able to instantly, see exactly what those people are saying. Great time saver. So the third feature that I wanted to share with everybody is the ability to maximize usage of these lists by blocking people and things like that. So we're going to basically, it's the same kind of feature. We go to account. We're going to go to privacy settings, for instance. Okay. And as you see on Facebook, there are actually a couple different sections here. But this feature, we have the connecting on Facebook, the sharing on Facebook with some everyone, friends of friends, friends only, recommended, custom, apps, block list, things like that, right? Well, one option we can do is we can go into edit your list. We can click that and we can actually go in and block, certain people and certain apps and things like that, right? That's not actually blocking people. I mean, you can block people, but this will actually let you block certain list of people from seeing certain things. We're actually looking for this link right here. It's called View Settings. It's under Connecting on Facebook. This is actually a link that a lot of people probably don't see because it's not very apparent. It's not set up like this great little column here. But you would click, for instance, View Settings. And what you can actually go in here and do is, these are more your personal profile things, right? People that, can find you on Facebook, people that can send you friend requests, send you messages, see your friends list, education and work. This is more your personal information. So for instance, in this case, I want to go to my see your friends list. And I'm basically going to go through on this drop down and select custom edit. And what I'm going to do is, as you can see here, I can set who I want to see this sort of thing. But I also have this hide from feature, which is pretty neat. And I want to, in this case, we're going to type test. Let's hope, okay, there we go. Test list. And look at this. I'm going to just click on this, and every single person that is in that list, once I hit save settings, will now no longer be able to see my friends list. You can then, here's the thing. Okay, I've done that. I want to remove them. Again, we click the drop down. We click edit. It's as simple as clicking the X and hitting save settings. And now I've only, I've taken these people out of the inability to see my friends list and given them the ability back. So that's one option you have. You can also go into this custom setting for sharing on Facebook, and we can customize a little more in depth about what people can see. So you click on the category you want. And in this case, we want to set customized settings. And look at what we have here. We have the ability to block certain people that say, posts that I do. Who do I want not to see this? Do I want to block my birthday, for instance, from certain people? Do I want to go in and let people see, photos and videos that I'm tagged in? Permission to comment on posts. Do I want to, limit who can see that kind of thing, right? And it's really simple. So like, let's just go in and say, hey, you know what? I don't want people to see my, let's see what's here. I don't want people to see my birthday, for example, that was in that list. So I click the drop down. I go down to customize. And I'm going to actually, again, add this name of this list. We're going to start typing. Look at that. It automatically populates it for you. You just select it. You hit save settings. And now those 3 people in that test list are now no longer able to see my birthday. Pretty cool, pretty neat. Those are the 3 types of lists you have on Facebook. I'm going to actually walk through this real quick and remove this. But I want to cover one last neat little feature. And this is basically when somebody's already... when somebody new asks me to become friends with them on Facebook, let's do this. I'm going to go into friend request, right? And let's just, let's do this. I'm going to confirm, for instance, like this person right here, okay? And if I click this, look what's going to happen. I also get the ability to add them to a list as I'm confirming friends. In this case, I could go in and add this person to this test list. Um, we can hit save settings. They are now on that list. And if I ever want to see that list, I click here, I go to edit friends, and I can actually go into that list, and voila, I now have a fourth person. Again, I can move that person to a different list. I can move them wherever I want. Pretty neat, huh? Um, so there you have it. That's how you utilize a Facebook list um, to benefit your profile, to help you organize your friends better. So I hope everybody enjoys this. I hope everybody puts this to use, because here's the thing. Um, Facebook's, only as good as your ability, to use it to your potential. A lot of people, have it just set up the plain vanilla way. They add everybody, and they're probably like, well, you know what? I don't want all these people to see my content. Here's the thing. Networking is an important part of social media. If you're trying to use it to build a business, if you're trying to use it to leverage things, you need to make sure that that you're set up right, and that you're not giving away your clients and your potential leads to other people. So it's not about having a second profile. It's about doing something very simple. Take the time, set up a Facebook list, and give it a try. And again, it's one of those things you have to be on top of. You have to monitor. So enjoy. I hope everybody has a great weekend, a great Easter weekend. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks.